After spending 2 peaceful days in Kutla, we finally reached back to Kasol around evening and checked into our hotel. Honestly, by that point, we were completely exhausted. We stepped out for dinner, walked around the Kasol market for a while, looked through the little shops and cafes, but didn't really buy anything. Unfortunately, most of our clips from that evening were missing because our phone battery had completely died on the way back from Tosh. The next morning, we checked out and said goodbye to Oscar, the cutest little dog at our stay. Our room was surrounded by woods, and right beside it flowed this beautiful river, which made the entire place feel so peaceful. Before leaving Kasol, we stopped for brunch at ATS Riverside Cafe. This place honestly had such a calm aesthetic vibe. Good food, peaceful surroundings, and the sound of the river flowing beside us. It was the perfect slow mountain morning. After that, we returned our rented scooter and took a bus towards Manali. But the journey took much longer than expected, and by the time we reached, it was already evening. We quickly rented another scooter, checked into our room, and immediately headed towards the Manali market before we barely had any time left for the day. The market was crowded, lively, and honestly so fun to explore. We ended up doing a lot of shopping for ourselves and our families before finally stopping for dinner at Chopsticks. The food there was honestly so good and exactly what we needed after such a long day. By the time we finished, it was already around 10:30 at night and we were completely exhausted again. So we headed back to our room, freshened up, and went straight to bed because the next morning our Spiti journey was finally about to begin. None of us knew that the roads ahead were about to become the craziest part of this entire trip. The next morning, we woke up early, got ready quickly, and finally began our journey towards Spiti. We left around 7 am to avoid the Manali traffic, and honestly, the roads already looked unreal. Cold mountain air, endless curves, rivers flowing beside us, and those massive Himalayan views everywhere we looked. It finally started feeling like the real road trip was beginning. And somewhere between those winding roads and freezing mountains, the excitement for Spiti started getting very real. In the next vlog, we finally enter Spiti through the iconic Atal Tunnel and Rohtang Pass. Snow mountains, crazy roads, freezing weather, and some of the most unreal views we had ever seen were waiting for us ahead. And honestly, we were not prepared for what came next.